A man is shown at the start of the film having a survivor boy in his hand and climbing with the rope. He was a firefighter who rescued a young boy from a burning building through a window. Now he was hanging with the help of a rope. Before the people could save him, the rope broke because it was catching fire. He falls down. This man didn't get any harm, and the boy was also saved. That boy stands up and moves to his family hurriedly. This man also goes to that boy's family. He asks the kid's name, but none answers him. It seems like no one has seen him. He hears the voice Kim because his name is Kim. He sees, while turning, a man with a lady. They were smiling while seeing him from a distance. They were happy to see him, and Kim sees his body when he looks from the other side. Kim understands he is dead. Kim's soul is shown because he is dead. The man and the lady come to Kim, and he says, while checking his car, "You are a paragon. Your soul is a paragon, and it is found in a few people." Paragon means he has a good soul. He hasn't done any wrong task ever. She tells Kim he has to go through 7 trials. You have to do this within 49 days. You will be given a new body if you pass those trials. It means you can revive in this world and come back to this world. She also tells Kim that we are angels. They were 3 angels, 2 of whom took human souls from the world. One of the angels goes to the place where humans are buried or burned. This lady angel was named C, and the other was named Angel B. Their head was named Angel A. It means the guardian's angels were named A, B, and C. Kim is still depressed because of his death. He wanted to meet his mother, but they told him he couldn't move here on this earth. Meanwhile, a portal opens in the sky, which is the door to the other world. It takes Kim's soul with it, and it is shown in the next scene that Kim has reached the other world. There were many other souls like Kim, but Kim was welcomed nicely into that world. Because Kim's soul was a paragon, he was innocent. Kim has to go through 7 trials to prove all this. The angel guardians were also with him. Kim was presented as the hell of murder at first. The murderers were brought here, or the persons because of whom someone died. Kim sees the downside. There was hot lava. There were millions of souls in that lava. They were given punishment there. Later, Kim was accused of murder in front of God, and he has 2 employees. One of them says to Kim that a building caught fire many years ago. Kim's colleague was stuck in that building. He can save his friend if he wants to, but Kim prefers his safety. He left, and due to it, his colleague died. The other employee says hearing this is a murder, and Kim should be thrown into hot lava. The god of murder requests that he speak respectfully, but this is a paragon soul. The employee says Kim should be punished for at least 5 years. The guardian angel A says you should investigate what happened that night. His colleague got stuck under a stone, and Kim tried to save him, but she couldn't. Kim heard a voice from the other side, and his colleague said you can't hold this stone. Go and help the other man. That's why Kim has taken the other man from there. Kim saved 8 people that night. He also wanted to save his colleague, but the building fell when he was leaving to save him. That's why he died, and after hearing that Kim is innocent, he should be released. Kim was released from here. They leave in the boat for the next trial. Kim's next trial was before the god of indolence. This was the place of the trials for those who are lazy, who doesn't do their tasks properly. And how has that human spent his life? Kim asks the angels why they are helping him. The guardians of Angel C tell them that King Yomura has promised that if they will help 49 souls go back to Earth again, they can also go back to Earth. They have to pass all the trials within 49 days. If a human died, they would have to pass the 7 trials within 49 days. This is not for all humans, it is for some special souls. This is for those who are completely innocent and have never done anything wrong in their lives. This was only for paragon souls. Kim was also a paragon here, and he was at number 48. Kim doesn't want to go back to Earth, but the angels say you can't decide this. Only King Yamraj can decide this. They reach the god of indolence. Kim has his second trial here, and the goddess of indifference is shown the tasks of Kim's life. How did he save the others while putting his life at risk? The goddess of indolence becomes happy upon seeing this. She asks Kim how he has done all those tasks. Kim says I have done all this for the sake of money. The goddess of indolence becomes enraged upon hearing this. She asks Kim, "Does that mean money is your god?" She says to Kim, "You should be punished for this." Kim was standing on a wooden platform on the water. He was falling back toward the water. Kim looks toward a cascade, and there are many souls. They received the punishment badly. Kim gets scared and is about to fall, but Uncle A and B save him while he is falling into the water. They say Kim worked hard his whole life, he didn't take a rest ever, and he wanted money for his mother. His mother was ill, and he wanted money to educate his younger brother. The goddess forgives Kim after hearing all this. She says Kim wanted money, not for him but for the sake of others. Kim was successful in his second trial, which means he passed his 2 trials. They leave for their next trial, the hell of deceit. People who deceive others are punished here. Some people attack them when they are on the way. The angel guardians get shocked seeing this, they think this has never happened before. Angela says there must be a murder of Kim's brother or mother on Earth. Now their soul wants to take revenge. That's why there is an attack on us, and if we have to let Kim pass the 7 trials, I have to go the Earth. To see all this, the guardian angel A goes to Earth, and the other 2, B and C, take Kim for the next trial. Kim was blamed for his colleague, whom he couldn't save because the building fell. He writes letters to his daughter as her father. Kim has also hidden the news of his death from them. His daughter discovers that her father died, and she feels bad after hearing this. She didn't tell her mother that he was married and had a son. There wasn't anything like this. In fact, Kim left his home 15 years ago. He didn't visit his house for the last 15 years. Kim was asked the reason for the lies, but he didn't reply. Some branches come and start cutting his tongue, and guardian angel C says, "I want to say something. I agree that Kim has written fake letters and there isn't any benefit for Kim. Kim doesn't want to let his colleague's daughter know that her father has died. She was younger at that time and needed to pay attention to her studies. There was happiness in her life because of those letters. She completed her studies, and when she grew older, she discovered everything. Kim has written fake letters to his mother because she was ill, but when she discovered her son was married and also had a son, she recovered very quickly. Kim lied because of others, not for himself. So others will stay happy, and after hearing this, Kim was declared innocent. They move forward for their next trial. The guardian angel A is shown on the Earth. He discovers Kim's younger brother, Rim, has died. He takes out his soul from the picture and asks the soul, "Tell me how you die. Where is your place of death?" But the soul of Kim's brother runs from there, and Angel A chases him. He couldn't catch him, and he discovers with his powers how Kim's brother died. Angel A discovers Rim and his friend in the past. They hug each other and mistakenly his friend shoots a bullet. Rim's friend goes to call his senior, but Rim has already died when they reach there. Their senior comes over in anger and thinks while saying to his friend, "You haven't done this intentionally. This was your mistake, and we have to bury his body soon. He did this because there was a promotion next month, and if his seniors discover this, the promotion will be cancelled." They bury Rim at a place in the forest. None knows where Rim was buried. The next day, the military goes to Rim's house and tells his mother that his son ran while leaving his duty. "Do tell us if he will try to contact you." They were considering the fact that Rim has left his responsibilities. Angel A has found Rim's soul and ties him to a tree. Angela asks him to accompany him to the other realm, and if he refuses, his brother will not be forgiven. Rim says, "Which brother?" The brother who left us 15 years ago says, "I don't know any brothers and will not go with you. I will take revenge on them for my death. I was alive when they buried me. They buried me alive." Hearing this, Guardian Angel A remembers his past, the time when he was alive and was a human. The Guardian Angel A takes him with him. He shows him that his friend, who mistakenly shot him, was drunk and standing in front of his house. He gives Rim's mother a map, and there was a red spot on that map. This was the place where Rim was buried. He was doing this because he was a good friend of Rim. He loves him a lot. He was feeling regret for Rim's death and tried to commit suicide in a deserted place. Rim couldn't see all this and asked Guardian Angel A for help and to save him. The Guardian Angel A says, "I can't do this and that we can't control the death and life cycles of this world. This is against our rules. Rim becomes furious and says, "Help my friend. I am ready to do whatever you say." Angel A now has to help his friend, though unwillingly. He saves his life while cutting his rope. Kim is shown in the other world, and he has passed 3 trials. Now it was his 4th and 5th trial. Those trials weren't for Kim. Those were the trials of the hell of injustice and the hell of betrayal. This means to do something bad with others or deceive others. Kim doesn't go through those trials because he hasn't done anything like this with others in his whole life. Now there was his 6th trial. It was the hell of violence when they reached it, and Kim was blamed because he had once beaten his younger brother brutally. His brother was sick that day. Kim has no answer for this. Even his guardians Angels B and C have an answer. The hell of violence gives Kim punishment, and Angels B and C talk to Angel A. He was on Earth, and they told him Kim was getting a punishment. Guardian Angel A requests that Kim's decision be declared final. God of Violence becomes shocked hearing this. It means if Kim has allegations in the final, the Angels A, B, and C will also be punished. They move on to the next trial while taking Kim. Angel A, who is shown on Earth, has made Rim understand very well. He was also now a good soul. Kim is shown in another world, where he was in his final trial. They were moving from a desert, and Angel C asks Kim, "Did you try to end your mother's life in real life?" The trial was that he tried 15 years ago to end his mother's life. Kim says, "Yes, I have done this because we didn't have money at the time and because my mother was ill, and I couldn't see her dying in pain. That's why I was trying to end my mother's life. I thought I would kill my mother, then my brother, and, in the end, I would kill myself. My brother stopped me when I was about to kill my mother with a pillow. That's why I beat him. He was ill at that time, but there was guilt in my heart after beating him. That's why I left my home. I have decided that, at that time, I will live my life for my brother and mother. I used to talk to my mother through letters." Rim and Guardian A are shown on the Earth, reaching the place where Jim worked. Jim notices his mother has the map given to him by his friend. The location was spotted on that map, the place where was Jim's dead body. Jim Sr. gets scared seeing the map. He pushes his mother. Seeing this, Rim's soul creates a huge storm there. He was about to finish his senior project when he noticed his brother was being engulfed in the sand. It was because Rim is doing wrong things in the world. Rim didn't forgive his brother. Kim is shown in the afterlife. He was standing in front of King Yamraj, and this was his final trial. He will get the chance to go into the world again if he passes this trial. Kim's sins were counted there, and they say you attempted to end your mother's. You thought she was sleeping, but she was awake and ready to die so her children could live their lives comfortably. They will not carry her burden. Kim becomes depressed after hearing this and asks Yamraj to give him punishment because he feels he deserves it. When they were announcing Kim's punishment, a picture of Kim's mother was shown in huge type. They see Kim's past in that picture. They see his mother's dream, where Kim goes to meet her. Kim tells his mother everything while going to her house. Kim's mother says, "I wasn't angry with you, and I have forgiven you." Kim's mother hasn't any complaints in her heart, even though he didn't meet her for the past 15 years. He used to work hard for his mother and brother. So his brother will study, and his mother will be treated. Yamraj says to Kim that if a human is forgiven on Earth, he will not be punished in this world. Kim's brother has also forgiven him. Kim has passed his 6th and 7th trials. Yamraj says to Kim, "You can go back to Earth." Kim, thanks to Angel C, and Rim is shown on Earth. Angels A and B were also with him, and he had his card in his hand. This was a paragon card, meaning Rim is now also a paragon. Now those angels have to let this 49th soul pass through the trials. They also have to rebirth this soul. They will also get a second chance after this. It is shown at the end that the angels took Jim into the other world. They will also be reborn if they allow this soul to pass the trials in 49 days. With that, the movie ends here. Thanks.